We turn now to the latest in the Ebola outbreak. San Diego health officials have confirmed a man who returned from West Africa a few weeks ago was treated for Ebola-like symptoms at the Thornton Hospital in La Jolla.
Meanwhile, President Obama has a new plan to screen people at airports, especially as they enter the U.S. San Diego 6's Amanda Shotsky standing by at Thornton Hospital with the latest details.
Yeah, we'll get to those plans in just a minute. First, we want to say that the man who was treated here has been released and he did not have Ebola. But those symptoms were so similar that the hospital wasted no time taking swift action.
We have not had any cases of Ebola here in San Diego.
No cases yet, but San Diego hospitals are preparing for the worst.
If they go to our emergency departments with a history of fever and the other associated symptoms, we clearly expect our healthcare professional to think about Ebola.
This after a recent scare at Thornton Hospital in La Jolla. Officials confirmed that a man who had just traveled from West Africa showed up at the emergency room with a fever. Wasting no time, that man was isolated in a private room and screened as recommended by the CDC. The health department was quickly notified.
If they see a case that they feel is a suspected case of Ebola, they will call us. We will walk them through the process.
Testing in this case came back negative for Ebola. Health advisors say it's a good reminder for the public to know how the virus is spread.
It really is with exposure to someone who's been infected with Ebola or travel to those countries.
On Monday, President Obama announced plans to screen travelers for Ebola at U.S. airports and overseas.
I think it's a good thing that we do something about it now before it gets out of hand.
Of course, additional screening could mean longer lines at security checkpoints, but travelers we talked to said it would be worth the wait.
I think if we have to take a little bit more time to ensure the safety of the people who are traveling, I'd be up for that.
We did speak with officials at San Diego International Airport, and they tell us that so far they have not been contacted by the CDC to implement screening for Ebola, as there are currently no direct flights from Africa landing in San Diego. Now, as you just saw in the piece, we spoke to Dr. Wilma Wooten, and she wanted to remind everyone that the possibility of an epidemic like they're seeing in West Africa here in the U.S. is highly unlikely because of our sophisticated healthcare system. In fact, she said, here you're more likely to die from influenza, the flu, or the measles. For now, reporting live in La Jolla, Amanda Shotsky, San Diego 6 News.